What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a little bit of creek fishing here once again. Got the yak out here today, the old Van Hunks pike from Eco Fishing Shop. Now that the water's warmed up a little bit more, these fish have actually pulled way upstream into their typical almost summertime areas, and this creek is still really low, which is kind of weird for the spring. We haven't had much rain. Kind of weird from normal, but anyways, these fish are all stacked up in these small pools, and it's probably gonna be lights out once we get up to some of these areas. But anyways, without any further ado, we'll go ahead and get started out here. There's number one. Not a big one, but that thing's built pretty thick. Look at that. That time he got it. A little bit bigger, I think. Tiny bit bigger. There's probably a million of them that size up there, but had a lot of short strikes, and we're gonna get back in there and see if we can capitalize on a few of those other ones sitting in that pool. Not bad. That's number three. I think a little bit bigger. Nice and tanky one too. Been feeding up good. That or it's got eggs. One of the two. This is the rig I'm throwing right here. Probably one of the weirdest rigs I throw. It's called a tiny child's rig, but it's essentially a weedless Ned rig, kind of in a way. It's like a Texas rig, little chunk, and then I've actually got a screw that I put in the bottom of that right there. And it is completely weedless. You won't get it hung up in any of the rock here. Even with like a weedless Ned rig head, you're gonna get that thing hung up occasionally. The weight's gonna get caught in the rock, and then you gotta go up there and free it. But I started picking this up because it's completely and totally weedless. I don't have to go up there and fetch it all the time. And it seems to work just as well. Oh, that's bigger. That might be a good fish. Oh yeah, that's a really good fish. Another one with him too. Another good one with him. Two good ones. Man, they're stacked. Oh my god. Those are a lot of good ones, like right under me. Come here. Quit that. Quit that. Boom. Yes. That is a good fish, man. There were like 4 of them just like that with them too. 4 studs. Those are really good smallmouth, especially for this creek. Man, look at that thing. That's a solid fish. We'll get a measurement on that one. About 17 1/4. That's a solid fish for this creek. You don't get very many that big out of here. And the good news is I saw a lot more of that size with them too. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up or not, but they were going all around with them, trying to take that little tiny child rig from them. But we'll get that guy back in the water. Man. There we go. Oh, dang it. That felt like another good one too. I've also got a fly rod on me today too, so I'm gonna get you guys in the chest mount here in a second. and see if I could pull a few more out of this stretch right here. Finally one got it. We'll get that dude back in. Both my flies I'm throwing are hand tied. I've got a popper drop rig, streamer on the bottom, kind of a crawfish imitation, sort of. Imitates a lot of different things that live in this creek. And then the top water I have up here, just a little popper that I've tied myself. Nothing fancy. Looks kind of junky, and it is, but it works. Dang, top water down there. Oh, I tried to eat. Just missed it. There, you got the streamer. That's exactly what that's down there for. That's number 2 on the fly. There's another. Oh, is that one of the good ones? Oh, that might be. That's a pretty good one. Couple with them. Ooh. Oh man, that's fun. Not quite as big as the other one we caught, I don't think, but it's a pretty solid fish. Now he's going for a trip. Oh, he's got something hanging in his mouth. Bait fish. He just spit up a bait. A bluegill or something. Ooh. Boom. Well, looks like they like that streamer quite a bit. Oh, he's got a hook down his throat. Hold on. Well, look at that. Helped him out a little bit. That was just sticking down his throat. Wasn't even hooked. Like he just swallowed it for some reason. Another solid fish. I give that one probably 16 inch or so. That's a really good smallmouth of this creek. We'll get that guy back in. Oh, yes. There's a top eater. That is my first topwater fish of the year. Not a very big one, but I appreciate the top eat. There's one. And there he goes. Oh, the moment I twitched it, he ate. Thought he had top for a second with the way that went under. There's a little one. There's one. Not a bad one either. Man, that's clean water. Yeah, it's one of those good ones from earlier. As far as setup goes, by the way, I've got 15-pound braid to a 6-pound fluoro leader, and that seems to be getting the job done out here pretty good. Just for the heck of it, we'll get him on the board. Yep, right at 15. That's a pretty good fish for this creek. Not as big as the last two we've caught, but, or the last two good ones we've caught, I should say, but that's another solid fish. It's the third biggest of the day, I think. There's one. Ain't big. A little tricky getting through that stuff down there, but after about 15 minutes of trying to get through all that wood, ready to move on. Hopefully that's the last section of down trees and over limbs we have to cross and stuff. There's one. Slurped it right as it went under that rock. Not a bad one either. Not a bad fish. Well, that's gonna do it for us out here today. About all the time I've got. Pretty great day out here. Not very often you come out to this creek and you catch a 17-inch smallmouth. I'm gonna wrap it up there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, if you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, comment if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.